kennel area here where the dogs play during the day when they want to go outside. We have a piece of artificial turf that we put over here into this corner of the pen where it's all wet, so that they can feel comfortable that they are peeing and pooping on grass. So it works for one of our puppies, but not the other. The other puppy is so well potty trained and housebroken that he will not pee in anywhere he considers a living area. So he considers this a living area, so he won't pee in there. But anyway, right now I've taken it out because it's beginning to stink, because Kuna's been peeing on it for a few weeks now. And I do this every now and again. I'm going to hose it off in there to get all of the urine and fecal matter off of the patio stones. And then I'm going to hose off the artificial turf and then put it back together. So,
okay, well, I just want to say this. He does it every couple weeks. He doesn't leave poop on there every couple weeks. He cleans off the poop like almost every day.
I clean up the poop every day, but there's still remnants. So because they have diarrhea sometimes, they can't always get cleaned up really well.
Right.
So I hose it off every now and again inside, but it's been long enough. It needs to all be taken off and hosed off again. So we have some good weather, so we're going to do it now before it gets cold again.
Ready? So here's what that looks like.
Back up, Tico. Back up.
So you can see that dark spot in there. That's where this green turf was laying.
So we got a handy dandy new hose. It's a 3/4 inch hose instead of the 5/8 that people usually get at home. It's one of those never kink ones, but we'll see how that is.
Yeah, we'll see.
And a really big hose that has some really good output. Watch this.
Oh.
So 3/4 inch hose with a really big super soaker, and it's going to work really well to clean this up. So
do we want to put them inside or?
Oh, they're fine.
Okay.
Back up, Kuno. Back up. Back up. Kuno, come. Come. Come here. Come here. Good boy, sit. Hey. Kuno. Look at Kuno. Kuno, look at me. Sit.
Good boy.
Good sit. Stay. Good boy. Alright, we're going to hose it off. We may spray a little bit of that My Pet Pee out there too when we're all done.
Okay.
Try and cover up the not kind of smell, but it helps oxidize it. It disappears. We want to have a clean environment for our puppies. Sanitary. And this is hot water.
It is?
Yep.
Oh, well, you didn't say that before. All right, so I don't know if you heard that, but he just said that the water that's coming out of here is hot. They're gonna get wet. They need to, yeah.
They'll move away.
So this water right here is hot water from an internal tap inside of the garage. We have hot water in the garage. It's not internal, it's still external, but it's really made for we put it in there for washing cars and things like that. And now it's for washing the patio flooring out here for the dogs.
The hot water's better than the cold. It keeps it, cleans it better.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to do one more pass and I'll scoot it all up past the... I usually hose the whole patio down, but I haven't been seeing it pooping out there beyond this. So.
So what we're planning on doing is bringing the turf back in. We have 2 pieces of turf like this, and we're ordering some more so that we can switch them out, wash them, let them hang and dry while they have a fresh new one inside. Right now we have 2. We're looking at having 4. Because winter's coming, it's going to be much harder to do this. Well, winter's here, but I mean, the cold weather's going to kick in probably next month. Well, it's January, yeah, so I mean, 53 degrees yesterday. It was kind of unusual. Huh?
It's 50 right now.
Yeah, I know, it's 50 degrees on January 2nd, so that's pretty strange. So we're taking advantage of this warm weather by cleaning off the patio flooring here. And we've been discussing, this is Tico, the big one here. He will not relieve himself on anything that is not natural ground. Huh?
Not completely outdoors.
Right, it has to be like essentially grass or...
He won't even do it like mulch. I take him out in front of the store now. He won't barely go past no day.
I know, he was just saying he won't even do his business on mulch. We don't really know where this came from, but okay. They're from the same place. They have the same father. They don't have the same mother, but they both were reared in the same environment for the first 2 months of their lives. But yet, one will poop on turf and the other one will absolutely not. So it's kind of problematic. Huh?
Patio blocks are clean. Don't
Okay.
let them out.
Okay, oh no. Alright, so the blocks are clean and now Tony's gonna bring in... Oh, actually, no, I have to go out there. The sun is behind over there. I've got to go with you. Watch out. Alright, so here we go with cleaning the actual turf right here.
I'm trying to get the big chunks off with the power stream, and then I'll hose it all down with like the mist, not the mist, but a spray.
Yeah.
That way I'll get it all clear. But it's nice hot water, so it's gonna get it nice and clean. And then we'll just spray some of that My Pet Feed on the top of it. That My Pet Feed stuff is really good. It's all the times they've had accidents in my store, or even in the house there, we've used that every single time, and there's no odor whatsoever anywhere. So what I'm going to do now is I got all the crap off the top, literally crap off the top. And a lot of the urine that's been trapped in there, so I'm going to hang it over the fencing and hold it down so it can all drip down and get through the backs and hopefully get nice and clean so we can put it back in there and feel comfortable our animals are in a sanitary environment. So it's heavy. It's soaked with water. I'm going to drag it over.
You gonna put My Pet Feed on it or poop on it? Or...
Yeah, My Pet Feed.
Watch out, baby. Woo.
Whoops, sorry, Bubby. There we go. Look at all that nasty water coming out of it. What's up, babies? I gotta host some more. I like this nozzle. I do, it's got good options and it's got good flow. One side to that side. I'm gonna let it hang and drip as much as I can. And I'll get some My Pet Feed and spray it on there.
Okay.
Actually, what? Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Oh boy. They don't really like the hose much. They don't have any reason to fear it. But...
Is this wet?
Huh? Your steam?
Yeah, I do. So the water he's using from this hose it's hot. So you can see a little bit of the steam coming. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there is steam coming off it. It's just important to keep the area that your pet's gonna soil over the winter as clean as possible. So if you're in like a place like Maine or any place that's cold like Maine, in the winter you want to take advantage of these warm days by helping make sure that their area stays as clean as possible throughout the winter. Tico is not a fan of the hose. He's never been teased with it or anything, so he's just not a fan of what he doesn't understand, I guess. But Kunu is very curious.
Hold them back too, make sure it all gets nice and clean.
Yep. Another thing about this pen is the way it was constructed. It slants ever so slightly to the outside, so any rain that comes in here will naturally drain off to the outside out there. Oh yeah, look at this.
Huh?
Steam.
Steam it. Make even more mud season out there, but
For now.
it's gonna start getting cold the next day or so.
Yep.
Let's get that out of there. Watch out, babies.
The difference between Tico over there,
Oops, sorry.
yep, and Kunu right here is that Kunu has a beak. See the beak? Kunu has a very long, sharp snout, so he has a beak. And Tico has a short snout, and so it's a snoot. He's hiding under the stairs, though you can't see him.
They peed over here a little bit too.
You think they did?
Somebody did. You can kind of smell a little bit. Not
Here.
a lot, but somebody did a little.
They're not going to want to get wet when they go inside, so maybe they should just go inside right now. Come on, Tico. Alright, so now Tony is going to apply a layer of...
My pet peed. This is not a commercial for My Pet Pee, but this stuff works amazing. So I'm going to spray a little bit. I'm just going to do not a lot, just kind of spray the area. I'm going to spray the front and back of that, and then let it dry a little bit, and then we'll put it back down. See what it's doing?
Yeah, let me see.
That's interacting with the urine. That's exactly what we wanted to do. That's great.
What?
That's exactly what we wanted to do. What it does is it oxidizes. So it actually chemically changes the urine and releases it into the air. That's why it doesn't smell.
Get lower, get lower. Get your hand lower, yeah. There you go.
So you can see how much they peed on there, which so I'm glad we washed it when we did. Because you can see over here, it's not doing that. It's only where the mat was.
Alright, so to be clear, this white stuff is actually a chemical reaction with the My Pet Peed, and it's neutralizing the odor and whatever components of their urine would cause a sanitary issue.
So you can, that right there is where he pees the most, but it soaks everywhere. So
Should we be rinsing it off now?
no, that's going to do its work, and that will disappear.
Okay.
I think we must have cleaned this really well because it's not doing it. This is expensive stuff, so we haven't done this for a while. We never sprayed this on there, so I want to be liberal with it because I want to have a fresh environment for them. So. It still stinks on the backside. I'll wash this when I'm done.
Yep.
It's a combination though of the smell of the rubber being hot from the water and this side. Yeah, you can see it now. If you look back here, see all the white spots?
Well,
See it here?
it's yeah. Well, back up. Go this way. Yeah, the sun is behind. So yeah, I can see a little bit of the white.
So that's good. This will help.
Hold on. I don't know. Can you see the white is right? You pointed out.
Yeah, it's right here. I'm gonna spray right here, and you'll see it happen there.
Yep.
It's turning white. So it is. I mean, it's the bottom that's gonna get it all anyway, because it's all gonna soak there. So we have sprayed the top really well with hot water. Now we're just making sure that this cleans up all the mess. Smell's starting to go away.
Yep.
And we'll just let it sit. And just leave them inside for a little while.
Right. So you're gonna leave this to hang for a little while, right?
Yeah, let it drip and let that stuff do its job. And an hour or so, we'll come back out and put it up.
Okay. Yes.
The stones is where most of it is, because it all soaks into it. So, but it's getting better. That's good. Let's let that soak up and do its work. That one's working.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna end this video here, right? With this
Yep,
one. Okay.
that's it.
Okay, so I hadn't planned on doing this video, but I'm glad that I did because it can show you how easy it is to maintain a clean area for your, well, right now for your dogs. This video is more like for our dogs, but whatever animals you might have in an outside in your pen. You can get this. Come up here for 1 second and explain the process of buying this.
We bought this on Amazon. It's just looked for artificial turf. It came in a 6-foot roll that was
It was wide. It's twice as wide as this, right?
it was twice as wide as it, so it's like 4 feet wide by 6 feet long.
Yep. And he
We
just
cut it in half. Actually, that's more than, it's like 2.5 feet. So maybe 5 feet by 6 feet, something like that.
Yep.
And actually 10 feet. It's about 10 feet long.
yeah. So cut
So
this in half.
Just cut it in half.
Sorry.
And put it out here so it kind of matches up with the stairway. Goes that way all the way to the edge of the pen, and they've got a nice little area. Kuna comes out, he comes right here, he turns the corner, and he pees right there. So sometimes he goes over there, sometimes but that's where he pees. So before we put that down, Kuna would pee and poop anywhere he wanted to out here. So he'd pee in the middle, but we told him, you know, this is your area. We trained him to pee there, and that's where he pees and poops down.
Yep. And it's we only really use this for him when he doesn't feel good,
Yep.
or when one of us doesn't feel good,
And it's
and at
really,
night,
really cold.
and it's really cold, and it's at night. Most of the time
Typically I take them out there anyway.
to the lawn
But
because
this is an emergency. Like I said, if he's whining, he's got diarrhea, it's hard to clean up. But this is how you clean it up, and
Yep.
we let him go there. So.
okay, so it's a problem that is easily solved with a giant piece of turf. You just get a rug cutter when you buy this turf, and then you can just do it. You can just cut it. How did you cut it? It was in a roll. Did you just cut down
I use a utility knife, but you can use some tin snips, or you can use.
But how did you do it? Did you lay it out, or did you do it as it was rolled up? Still?
I did it as it was rolled up. It was easier because I could just put a line around it and just cut it and cut it and cut it.
You just
That way
kept
you
yeah, I remember you doing that. So that's basically how this is done. And
I didn't get it exactly straight. But
let's go talk about the hose before we close out. I'll tell you about the hose. Because having a hose in the winter when you have cold temperatures is kind of an issue. So let's just address that before we close out. We've got this contractor hose. Very quickly, we just got it at Lowe's. This contractor hose right here. We replaced our old one.
this the brand is Never Kink. It's supposed to never kink on you. That's the whole idea. It is a pretty rugged hose. Well, you see the green one in the background. That's smaller Never Kink hose. And that one held up for quite a while, so this one's going to hold up even longer. It's a bigger round hose, so more water can get through there. You saw the spray that was coming out of there.
And this right here is hose. What's this called?
It's
My arms.
spray nozzle.
Yeah, the spray nozzle. The spray. We just picked up the spray nozzle today in the
At Lowe's.
garden. The lawn and garden area of Lowe's, and it is one of the more expensive ones, and he was very hesitant when we went to ring it up because it was a little bit more than we expected to pay for a nozzle for a hose. But did you hear him when he turned it on? He was like, oh, how do you like that hose nozzle?
I like it.
Yeah.
It works really well. good pressure, lots of good flow. So
And like 9 different settings or something, right? How
yeah,
many?
it's got a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 settings, okay. Yep, so just wanted to close out by letting you know all the utilities that we're using to clean this pen can be found at Lowe's. If you wanted to get turf at Lowe's, you could. We went to Lowe's, they did not have turf the 2 times we went, so we ordered off Amazon. But you can get all this stuff at Lowe's, and it's an easy fix. I guess that's pretty much it. You have to build the pen on your own terms. I don't really know how. We had somebody come over and do this. But you can get the fencing at Tractor Supply. Is that where we got ours?
That's where we got the kennel.
The kennel fencing. All right, so I hope this helped you out, or gave you a little bit of information of how to keep the kennel clean during the colder months, colder winter months. Okay, I've got some stuff I need to do, so I have to go for now. I'm gonna go finish up these chores and go have lunch. Do you want to say bye?